Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine and doing very well. So, today we are going to start our next book. The name of this book is Contemporary World Politics. So, we are going to start our first chapter. The name of this chapter is Era of Cold War. The topics which we will cover in this chapter will be: what is the Cold War? The emergence of two power blocks, the arenas of the Cold War, Cuban Missile Crisis, challenge to bipolarities, new international economic order, India and the Cold War. Introduction. So first of all, we are going to start the introduction of the chapter. First World War took place from 1914 to 1918. This war caused a lot of destruction. After this war, League of Nations, a world organization, was formed to maintain international peace and security in the world. But in spite of this, Second World War took place. This World War started from 1939 to 1945. This war was between Allied powers and Axis powers. Just see on your screen, Allied powers, Axis powers. Who were Allied countries? Britain, France, US, Soviet Union. And in Axis power, the countries were Germany, Italy and Japan. The Second World War ended when the US dropped two atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945, causing Japan to surrender. You also read about this war in your previous classes, and you read about Adolf Hitler, the ruler of Germany. He was a very powerful ruler, and he also with Germany surrendered. He committed suicide in May 1945. With that, there was the end of the Second World War. The end of the Second World War was the beginning of the Cold War. Why it was called Cold War? What was the meaning of Cold War? We will read about in our next slide. But at that time, the whole world was divided into two blocks. One block was led by Soviet Russia and second block was led by US, United States. The Soviet Russia followed the policy of communism and US followed the policy of capitalism. Russia, which followed the policy of communism, believed in the public sector, means the whole resources of the country should be in the government hands. But US, which followed the policy of capitalism, believed in the private sector, means the resources of the country should lie in the private hands. So the two sides never clashed face to face, but create such an atmosphere that the danger of war was always visible. Meaning of Cold War. What do you mean by Cold War? It was not a war of arms and weapons, but a war confined to threats. ये ऐसी वॉर थी जो कि आर्म्स और वेपन से नहीं लड़ी गई, बट दिस वॉर जो was confined to threat. No real war was fought in this war. But the superpowers, means both the Russia and US, kept their ideological differences prominent. They were giving more preference to their ideology. Both US and Russia, which you read in the last slide, they both believed in communism and capitalism. The Cold War was a speech war between two superpowers based on diplomatic manners. In this way, neither any bullet was fired, no anyone was injured. So in this war, कोई भी घायल नहीं हुआ, कोई किसी तरह की गोली नहीं चलाएगी, लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी ये जो वॉर थी, सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर से भी ज़्यादा टेरिबल वॉर थी, कोल्ड वॉर. Logic of deterrence. Both US and USSR have the capacity to retaliate against an attack and to cause so much destruction that neither can afford to initiate war. This is called logic of deterrence. Means दोनों यूएस और यूएसएसआर के पास इतनी कैपेसिटी थी कि वो दूसरे के अगेंस्ट अटैक कर सकते थे. दोनों के पास इतने वेपन्स थे, दोनों के पास न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स थे जो कि इतनी डिस्ट्रक्शन कर सकते थे, लेकिन दोनों इस बात को समझते थे. सो नाइदर कैन अफोर्ड टू इनिशिएट वॉर. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड द लॉजिक ऑफ डिफरेंस. So we can say the Cold War remained a cold, not hot or shooting war. Neither any bullets were used in this. The deterrence relationship prevents war, but not the rivalry between powers. Means दोनों के बीच में वॉर तो बची रही, लेकिन जो राइवलरी थी, आइडियोलॉजिकल राइवलरी, वो दोनों के बीच चलती रही. Both the powers blocks have to be rational and responsible in the sense that they understood the risk in fighting the war. Both have the capacity, both were rational also, both were responsive also, in this sense that they understood the risk in fighting the war. Cuban Missile Crisis. In April 1961, the leaders of the Union of the Soviet Socialist Republic (USSR) were worried that the United States of America would invade communist-ruled Cuba and overthrow Fidel Castro, the president of the small island nation of the coast of the United States. So in 1961, April 1961, USSR were worried. Why USSR were worried? So that the United States of America would invade Cuba. Cuba was under communist rule. The ruler of Cuba was Fidel Castro. So he was the president of the Cuba. So this was a small island nation which was very nearest to the US. Cuba was an ally of the Soviet Union and received financial aid from it. Cuba was taking financially and military aid from USSR. In 1962, Nikita Khrushchev, the leader of the Soviet Union, decided to convert Cuba into a Russian base and placed nuclear missiles there. So the president of USSR in 1962 was Nikita Khrushchev. He decided to convert Cuba into a Russian base and he placed nuclear missiles there. Cuban Missile Crisis. Again, the installation of these nuclear weapons put the US under fire and nearly doubled the number of bases or cities in the American mainland which could be threatened by the USSR. जैसे ही USSR ने अपने मिसाइल्स को क्यूबा में इंस्टॉल किया, अपने वेपन्स को इंस्टॉल किया, इससे यूएस को खबर हुई और उसने अमेरिकन मेनलैंड्स में अपने और ज़्यादा नंबर में अपने जो वेपन्स थे वो उनको इंस्टॉल कर दिया ताकि यूएसएसआर को उससे खतरा हो जाए, थ्रेटन्ड हो जाए वो। The US president at that time was John F. Kennedy and his advisors. They were reluctant to do anything that might lead to full-scale nuclear war between two countries. Even the US president did not want a direct war between US and USSR. They were determined to get through shape to remove the missile and nuclear weapons from Cuba. वो सिर्फ इतना चाहते थे कि जो क्यूबा से रशियन प्रेसिडेंट अपने मिसाइल्स को हटा ले और न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स को हटा ले क्यूबा में जो उसने इंस्टॉल किए हैं। क्लैश सीम्ड इमिनेंट इन व्हाट केम टू बी नोन एज क्यूबन मिसाइल क्राइसिस। इस क्राइसिस को क्यूबन मिसाइल क्राइसिस का नाम दिया जाता है। The emergence of two power blocks. As I told you earlier, the two superblocks were keen on expanding their spheres of influence in different parts of the world. दोनों सुपर पावर जो थी वो अपना इन्फ्लुएंस को बढ़ाना चाहती थी वर्ल्ड के अंदर, ताकि जितने भी कंट्रीज हैं वो चाहे एक ब्लॉक को ज्वाइन करें या दूसरे ब्लॉक को ज्वाइन करें। The smaller states in the alliances use the link to the superpower for their own purposes. जो स्मॉलर स्टेट थे उन्होंने अपने पर्पसेस को पूरा करने के लिए अलायंस को ज्वाइन किया। दे गॉट द प्रॉमिस ऑफ प्रोटेक्शन, वेपन्स, इकोनॉमिक एड अगेंस्ट देयर लोकल राइवल्स। वो अपनी प्रोटेक्शन, वेपन्स, इकोनॉमिक हेल्प लेना चाहते थे दूसरे अपने लोकल राइवल्स के अगेंस्ट इन सुपर पावर से। The alliance system led by superpowers divided the world into two camps, as I told you earlier also. So the whole world was divided into two blocks, two camps. First of all, this division happened in Europe, Western and Eastern Alliance. What were these Western and Eastern Alliance? Most countries of the Western Europe sided with the US, known as the Western Alliance. The countries, those who joined the US and they were of Western Europe, they were known as Western Alliances, and the countries, those who joined the Soviet camp, they were mostly of Eastern Europe and they were known as Eastern Alliances. Military alliances. So these two alliances, Western and Eastern alliances, which we read in the last slide, they formed military alliances. They formed so many groups in order to protect themselves against each other. First military alliance was NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This alliance was formed by US. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This was formed in 1949, led by America, and other countries of this alliance were 12 countries, under which it was adopted that attack on any of them would be regarded attack on all of them. Means they have formed their association on this assurance that if any country will attack on them, then all will be joined against that country. These were 12 countries. So the another alliance was formed by USSR. This was one pact known as Warsaw Pact. This was led by Soviet Union. Soviet Union formed this Warsaw Pact in 1955. This was formed to counter North Atlantic Treaty Organization forces in Europe against US. This was formed against NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So in this way, one alliance was formed by the Western countries. This was NATO, and one was formed by the Eastern country. This was Warsaw Pact. CETO, CENTO, and Communist Union. So another organizations which were formed by these were CETO. What is the full form of CETO? Southeast Asian Treaty Organization. Southeast Asian Treaty Organization, and one was CENTO, Central Treaty Organization. Central Treaty Organization. This was formed by East, Southeast, West Asia and the Middle East country. Who had built this alliance? This alliance was built by the US with East, Southeast, West Asia and Middle East countries. And against this, one Soviet Union and Communist China responded by having close relation with North Vietnam, North Korea and Iraq against CETO and CENTO. This was formed by the Soviet Union and China with close relation with other countries like North Vietnam, North Korea and Iraq. Just see on your screen, one map is given. This map shows the different countries who followed these alliances. Yellow color shows the NATO members, North Atlantic Treaty Organization members. These countries were France, Spain, West Germany, Britain, Norway, and the red color shows the Warsaw Pact members. These countries were Poland, East Germany, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, USSR. The green color shows the other communist nations like Yugoslavia, and grey color shows the other countries like Sweden and Finland. So all these countries were the different members of the different organizations followed by the USA and the USSR. In this way we completed the chapter up to this part. Now all of you have to do work in your peer notebook. All of you are doing very well. So note down all the important points, read the chapter, revise the work. Thanks.